we stand, but you and I will carry on. We never get it right, left in the dark, but there's a light. Carry on. Oh, 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 you're the one. Oh, 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 my only one. Oh, 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 you're the one. Oh, 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 you're the one. Oh, 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 my only one. Oh, 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 you're the one. Oh, oh. Feelings I won't hide, I'm forever changed. You and I will collide. Writings in the stars remind me to us. You and I will collide.
Problems. It's like, well, seems like you got it all figured out. You know what's wrong, so correct it.
Yeah.
And you're all angry. You don't know what it's like. You never had problems as a bitch. I've been having blood problems my whole life. Like my mom told me I was the problem, right? It's not the world, it's me. So I know what it's like to have problems. Yeah. I learned the hard way when I was young. I went to jail. First time, you're kind of curious about what everybody around you is in for. You ask them what they're in for, and you're just opening that door for them to sit there and complain about their problems for hours, hours, hours. They just don't shut the fuck up, and then it's like you're trapped in a room with them, and it's like you can't get away from them or be like, hey, excuse me, because where are you gonna go? You can't go nowhere. So you either like, alright, man, like I don't know, I don't have like that softening the situation with, like, I'll just be straight up like, hey man, you're wearing me out. Like, I'm sorry I asked. And be like, what? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm sorry I asked what your problem was. Like, I really don't care. Like, I just want to know your charges. Like, I didn't want to hear this whole story.
But
Oh, fuck you, man. No, fuck you, man. How rude of you to sit here for 3 hours and just complain about your bullshit fucking problems that you started for yourself. Like, no,
yeah, but see, that leads the whole thing where he's probably thinking that you're being rude to him.
Well, exactly.
Right,
So,
but I mean, like, you know.
But that's what I was trying to say. Like, there's certain situations where there's no, like, sugarcoating it. It's gonna be rude. And I apologize for being rude, but it's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I've never done that. I mean, I'm not getting on. I'm just saying I've never done that.
You wanted to do that, though, huh?
No.
I mean, there's had been some time in your life where you, where you're, fuck, there's no way to handle this but to be rude. So since you're a nice guy, you just sit there and take it in the ass and don't say nothing. But there's been a time where you've wanted to do it, right?
No, never. I mean, I always like talking with people. It's just like, I always like reaching out and trying to do a service and stuff like that. So if someone comes to me and says like, hey, you know, and you want to go talk about their problems, it's like, I have no problem with it. I'll give you a few hours or whatever it takes, you know.
You're saying.
It's not really insane. It's just more like, if I wanted to talk with someone, would I want someone to be rude to me? So why would I be rude to someone else, you know?
Exactly. I'm just different because I don't, like, very rarely, like, fuck, dude, the kitchen situation here, right?
Yeah.
Like I was trying to tell you last night, like, Ezekiel or, what's the name? Isaiah?
Isaac?
Isaac.
Isaiah.
I'm sitting out front. When I came in here, with the fucking knife,
Yeah.
I wasn't well, dude. I don't know if you saw me check my blood. My blood was 40. Like, that's
40.
extreme. Yeah, like,
That's low, right?
dude. Yeah.
Okay,
Zero is
so-
dead. 40 is like, around 40 to 35 is coma.
Yeah.
And
You said 40 to 45?
I was 44. Yeah, if you go below 40, you're from between 40 to 30 or 28 is like coma.
Oh, okay.
Below that is like your organs are shutting down, and then like below 10 you die. And so like I was adequate. The way it feels, have you ever been drunk, like really drunk?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like that. Okay, like really drunk, like you can't control yourself. You can't walk. You have no energy. You're weak.
Yeah.
And he kept asking me if I was alright, and I was like, yeah. And it's like regarding us, and I'm like, you want to know what the problem really is? The problem, like, me and him really have, it's a common situation,
Mm-hmm.
the kitchen. But it's like, I was so, like, out of it, I get, like, because you know how he is, he's gonna want to hear everything, so you just deal with it. And it's like, I'll tell you later. And he's like, oh, no. I was like, no, me and him upstairs are cool, dude. If you want to go up there and talk to him, I don't care. But,
Who? Me?
he was making sure, like, everything was fine.
Oh, with me?
Well, with us, because he called him said that you're violent, so he wanted to make sure, like, if you
Oh, that.
he
Oh,
wanted to
gosh.
make- yeah, I was like, oh, that's a non-issue. I was like, but I wish you guys knew me a little better, because even if I wanted to cross over in it, you wanna know why?
Yeah, you told me that last night.
Because I'm like able to, like, I'm not gonna hurt somebody that's.
Yeah, I don't.
It's my job to protect people that I can protect, and to look out for people I can look out for. It's not like right to take advantage of people that, you know,
Yeah.
like you might be smarter with computers and shit, but I'm better, you know, you can fucking physically kick some ass better than you. And I'm all weak and fucking sick. When I was healthy, fuck, I'd beat the fuck out of somebody giant. It was never cool to beat up somebody small. Oh, I beat up the little guy. Yeah, I'm fucking cool, you know? Like, you can get no prestige for that.
Yeah.
Fucking people would be like, you're a coward. How could you do that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't think violence is more like a precaution.
what's that?
So it's more like a precaution.
What is?
No, when I call Isaac, you have to understand something too. Though, say, okay, I don't know you that well, so it's like okay, like,
I'm saying you don't know me at all.
right. Well, you know what I mean.
I don't know you at all, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know you a little bit, you know me a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but it's like in my experience, it's more like when someone says they're gonna do something, it's like they go off and they do it. So it's more like a precaution. It's not like I'm saying you will do it. It's more like just in case, because I don't know. I don't want to take it. I don't want to take that risk.
They say it, they do it.
Right.
It's a process.
Right. So but sometimes it's like, okay, well, I might have said something, but I wasn't actually going to do it. Well, I don't know. You know, I don't want to take the risk, because I can say that it's not going to happen when it does, or it does happen when it does. I just want to take that risk. Yeah.
Well,
Not to say you will do anything.
first
Just
of all, like, I was raised, you never, like, if you're gonna do something, do it. You don't talk about it. You don't discuss it. You just do it.
yeah.
Now, I would never give an enemy or a victim a fucking heads up, because why am I trying? What am I, an evil villain from Bond movie trying to fuck up the whole program? Just handle it.
Bond movie, they're rich.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like they tie the guy up and tell him.
Yeah, they
everything
tell
they're gonna do,
everything they're gonna
and then they
do.
leave the room to go take a piss or something. And come back, the guy's gone. It's
Yeah, the
like, oh.
guy's gone. He kicks him in the face and do all sorts of kung fu and stuff. Yeah, that's me.
It's like, you know, you're gonna kill somebody, just kill them.
But like one of those what's those things? Like you ever seen Looney Tunes? Like those cartoons and stuff. And it's like, I finally got you in my grasp. Now I'm gonna take over the world and everything. And like while he's sitting there talking, he's playing, like the guy is tied up. He's making plans in his mind and everything. And the next thing he's like, where'd he go? And he jumps out of nowhere.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and starts takes down the stuff. That's like, I love James Bond movies, so that's my favorite one.
Who's your favorite Bond?
Oh, Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
The recent Bond, not the most recent Bond. I don't know who's Bond now, but the like Casino Royale.
yeah, Boss H.
Huh?
Oh, he just talks to us. That guy's a fucking bully, dude.
Okay, I saw you wasn't you was sleeping yesterday. I went down to get my dinner and everything. He was arguing over that $5 thing.
Yeah.
It was
$2 now.
yeah, but it was earlier on though.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it was like, and it's like, well, I want my effing money. I say effing, it's my mom, but it's like, I want my effing money. It's like, okay, well, but when I don't have your money, it's like, well, I want my change. I want my change and stuff. But because I think it was like, it was supposed to be chicken breast, but he didn't get. He was supposed to get 2 or something like that. It was like that. So the guy, so the white guy comes over and stuff, and it's like, he goes over, it's like, I don't have your stuff, And he gets mad and goes up and hops on the guy's bed and starts like stringing him and stuff. And I don't have to, right? And then he gets off and it's like, are you touching me? And the black guy's like, are you touching me now? Are you touching me? Like, this is like, I'm just sitting there watching. I was like, okay, like, what is this? Like a sitcom or something? Like, it's funny. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, but hey.
I mean, it's in a sense of like, you know, it's almost as if it's like, you know, like they're just going back and forth about it. It's not like an actual war. It's just like they just don't get along somehow. It's like for some
It's
reason.
like they don't want to accept what they're being told.
Yeah,
And they're not getting told or saying anything different, so it's like a broken record.
right. It's just back and forth, back and
That's
forth.
why I was
about
telling
the
you,
same
like,
thing.
I don't know, like I wouldn't do that. Like I would either walk away or I'd beat the fuck out of him.
I think walking away is not better.
Yeah, but you couldn't do that shit in my household. Like those fucking problems get fucking resolved with you. You don't walk away. You're not gonna not account for it. You're gonna deal with what you gotta deal with. You're gonna answer to what you're done.
I mean, because your line of thought is different than mine.
But yeah, my parents here were very strict. Like if you did something wrong,
Mhm.
they wanted to know why you did it.
I mean, the knowing why is I mean, I can agree with that one. It's just that, like, the what you do after you know. You know, it's like, okay, well, someone hurt me, I know why, okay, I have closure, I can just move on with my life. And some people, it's just like, they know why, now they're gonna do something about it, you know. They're gonna, like, you know, like, drive up on you and, like, do something, you know. It's that part that's sort of like, I couldn't do that.
Hurt. I don't understand why, but I have to, because I'm the one suffering. They've already moved on with their lives. You know?
Right.
And that's like my mom's like, you know, Sean, what you're doing is like drinking poison and expecting it to hurt her.
Mm.
You know, like you're stuck in a moment of hurt and rage and anger, on. It's like, I don't know how. I'm like, you know, it's like, she's like, you just gotta fucking move on, forget about it. It's
Yeah.
like, it's so shitty because my whole life, like, you don't let people fuck you over.
Yeah, but then it's like,
Not necessarily you go get them back, but
right.
you know, you just don't let people fuck you over. And I put myself out there.
Yeah, but it's
I
always
never
that.
gave anybody so much trust and just everything. I was so honest with her about everything.
There's always that limit too, because like when you try to get revenge, not revenge, huh?
I thought somebody was fighting.
It would be a lot more noise if it was fighting.
Nah, not if like they're all old and somebody's being choked out.
I mean, in this situation here, they're loud anyway, even if it wasn't fighting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like that sort of stuff, like not necessarily like yelling, but more like it's like the actual action. I mean, like, you know, if I mean, that's a hard one though too, because okay, you forgive and forget and stuff like that. That's what I always do. Just forgive and forget. There's no point in just reminding yourself of
I
it.
feel you. I'm totally not gonna do that. I'm gonna move on.
Right.
I'll forget. I won't forgive. Never forgive her. That's God's job.
Well, okay, but yeah,
God
but
can forgive her if he wants. I'm not. Like, she fucked me dirty. I'm done with her.
okay, well, fair enough. I mean, that's dangerous territory too, because if you don't forgive one day, it's like, you know, the forgiveness part is more like, you know, like no, it's almost like, it's not like a judge banging a gavel in a courtroom. You know, it's like, this is final, right? And then after it's final, now you forget about it. There's nothing, you know, see what I'm saying? There's nothing extra. There's nothing. If it's not final, it's like a case. If the case isn't final, if it's not over, it's a continued case. It's just, there's always going to be new evidence and stuff like this. There's always going to be something that will motivate you to, even if it's not intentionally, to, you know, go that path you don't want to go. So when you forgive, it's like, that's final. You shut the door, you get the files, you burn them.
In a way, I'm forgiving her by just forgetting.
Well,
because
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to do her dirty or
Right.
I can fuck her over somehow. I just want to just.
Well, that's a good way too. Just you know, right? You forgive by forgetting. That's just actually a perfect way to do it. That's actually brilliant. I've been hurt before too. It's just for me, it's just not worth even giving them the time of day. Because like, every time you do it, it's always something else. It's like a level system, you know. Like it's like a bathtub. Every time you turn on the faucet, you're just adding water to the problem until it overflows, and it's just like out of control. So it's just like, for me, it's just like, you know, pull the plug, let it all drain out. It's over. It's gone. It's done. Oh, you know, if I did anything wrong, I won't do it again. If I didn't do anything wrong, okay, then everything's fine. It's like, you know, live and let live kind of thing. But that's why I travel a lot. That's how I get my mind off it. I travel a lot. Travel the world and stuff. Try to get my mind off of things. You know, you spend so much time trying to, where's my passport at? Where's my passport? Where's my bags at? Everything's okay. I got everything, you know. Not worried about the haters or the bullies and the, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, always keep my mind off stuff. I spend more of my time learning and educating myself the best I can than to just focus on the past stuff and whatnot. You know. But that's just me. That probably sounds dumb though, doesn't it? I've been here 2 years. I've been probably more places in LA County than anyone else that lived their fucking life, probably. All I do is just travel on a car. I used to live on a train back in the day, because I came here from Jersey.
These are things that can't be taken from you.
Yeah.
I mean, unless somebody hits you in the head really hard and you have brain damage, you can't remember shit.
Oh yeah, like amnesia or something like that.
Otherwise, it's like you couldn't have everything taken from you except for what's in you. Power makes you smarter, makes you stronger. You know, I'm just fuck that. instead of having like your hot rod
Yeah.
that's keep like you have like say what's a good hot rod like a 67 GTO,
Yeah.
badass, but it's like 2022. Even if restored shit, it's an old car, you're paying floorboard.
Yeah.
So it's like just do the smart thing, get rid of the old hot rod, and get it economy efficient, never break down, and you run for 3 billion miles. It may not be as cool, but it's like what is cool when you're broken down the side of the road, right?
Yeah. I've
And
heard
that's
this.
what I'm dealing with my body. Like my body just beat the shit. It's kind of hard. 40 years.
I'll probably just do a complete overhaul, just rebuild the engine and stuff. Just like do the
So
whole,
what they're trying to do is just not taking.
keep the body, like the body's the same, but everything underneath the hood is completely new. And it's like, but you have to be careful with that too, because they have like smog, laws and stuff, smog and environmental stuff. So you drive around in like there's nothing wrong with old cars, but
then
they,
you have to put lead in the gas and shit.
yeah, exactly. It's like some of those engines the older engines only handle the lead types. So you put in the newer oil types, just same thing like the newer engines can't handle lead type of oil and stuff. You put that stuff in there, it just clogs up the system and stuff. But there's newer cars out there that are a lot better than the older cars if you think about it. Like you change,
Yeah, you got like the Dodge Hellcat.
or
You
like
hear those every night.
yeah,
Burn
those.
out. Those dude, those cars are not legally allowed to race on the NHRA drag strips
Yeah,
because they're way too fast.
yeah,
Stock, they do like 216 miles an hour. Stock, nothing done to it. You buy them, they put in some gas, fucking mash. And I don't know, like a lot of car magazines, they would have that little guide ad in there to show a Hellcat doing a wheelie.
yeah,
And it has a big letters like about the NHRA, National Hot Rod Association.
mm-hmm.
Like about the Hellcat, it was like looked like somebody wrote a little letter and they copied it and put it in the magazines,
Mm-hmm.
stating that in a way it helps you like want to buy a Hellcat. It's like, oh fuck, this car's so fucking fast, they even let it on the drag strip. Yeah, Black Panther, which was he really shot that helicopter?
I have no idea. I mean, if he's in a wheelchair, it's a possibility, but then
I think he can walk, but like how I'm not supposed to walk, I think that's what his deal is.
I seen him crawling yesterday. He was outside. He crawled from the.
Balloonies, balls, like,
Yeah, he
it's
was.
like Sissy Lala.
I don't know what that means, but.
Pants.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I got
Sissy
you.
Lala, like just the sound of Sissy Lala.
Okay.
That's something I would tell my bitch.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing,
Being
but.
difficult. Little kids, sometimes they're just difficult and they want to like make shit difficult. It's like, well, instead of like yelling at them or picking them up and just carrying them, be like, you make them not embarrass or shame, but you kind of like kind of tease them a little bit to make them toughen up,
Yeah,
Being a
that's
girl.
that's kind of dangerous.
Not really, because I go, fuck man, you're a little sissy lala. No, you sissy lala. Me? I thought I'd be a little girl over there crying about my problems.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's just like, what's wrong with crying about?
Nothing, but there's a time and a place for everything. It's like
Uh,
if we were like trying to do a task or clean up a mess, and it's like, he's getting more trouble than he's worth, you kind of like light a fire or anything,
yeah.
Get him right. As soon as we're done, we're done. So get your ass in gear, clean up your mess, and let's go on with our day. Instead of sitting here dragging us out all fucking day. I don't know, because I can easily like clean up his messes, but it's like you gotta teach them so that when they get older, they can take care of themselves a little bit better when they go out in the world and live amongst others. Instead of like just not hanging out themselves or shit.
Yes.
I down there bathed until it was like fucking. I was just because like you're having a hard time and you're not gonna like show your problems to the world or necessarily like a child, but people can sense there might be something wrong. And a lot of people don't care. He comes sit next to me and put his hand on my foot, my knee. Every time, dude. Ryan, I love you so much, dude. I'm not gonna burden you with my bullshit. But tell me which I appreciate. Totally looks like somebody that would get bullied and picked on. But kind of like. But for a minute, he kind of was the bully. And it was like, we didn't know what to do with it. We didn't know how to fix the problem. And, we tried everything. We tried smacking, we tried yelling, we tried ignoring it, we tried just talking, we tried everything, dude. And pretty much, I figured out it was a combination of attention from us and discipline. Not discipline like being spanked, but discipline like, you know, like I would do exercise and make him, his punishments would come through like the top lecture or whatever. So you know that you fucked up or whatever. It's not acceptable. And then to punish and strengthen at the same time. Like tons of running, push-ups. Because I explain the road you're going down. You're gonna need to be tough if you're gonna be acting like this. And he fucked up one days. Because he would like kind of rough with girls. And I explained like, dude, girls are the ones that will always compassionate and kind to no matter what. You can be rough with the boys, but girls you need to be, because God made us stronger than them. So you're being a bully. If you're being aggressive or rough with them at all, it's wrong. Because it's not fair. And,
In some cases, yeah.
well, it's like if it's like that, you should never get physical. The girl should just leave, walk away.
But
If it's gonna be like that, then you're not good for each other. To be friends or anything, stay away from her. And my main thing was like a lot of these girls alone in the world, they have a lot of brothers, and a lot of families don't tolerate people being mean to their women. They'll instruct their boys to go and teach a lesson.
yeah.
You know what, Ryder? You don't deserve that lesson. I'm gonna be there to save you because I'm telling you right now, don't be mean to girls. And it was a lot because he liked certain ones, and you know how it is when you literally punch him in the arm, shit, stupid shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, straight up, like, if I meet a girl and she has brothers that are gonna beat you up, me and her dad are gonna sit there and watch. Because, be mean to girls, dude. Just don't do it. You don't be mean to pets, you don't be mean to girls, you don't start fights. You don't go around picking on people. I was like, you go around picking on people, get a fight, right? You're gonna be so fucking sorry when you go. But if somebody picks a fight with you, you finish it. I'm not gonna be happy, but you're in control. I'm not trying to condone the fight, but I'm gonna condone someone stand for himself. Like if you're in a fight, you're in a fight. There's nothing you do about it. But what you can do about it if you're in a fight is defend yourself and finish it. If you find yourself in a fight, you're like a girl. That's the worst thing. Because, like I said, I'm not trying to make no fighting, but if he does stand his ground and happens to whoop that guy's ass, it's gonna not only make it so that guy never fucks up again, but it's gonna send a message to the other people who won't fuck with him. Now, if somebody just beat the shot, maybe he runs like a little coward, like a little scream, what that's gonna do is incite more incidences in the future because that's how bullies are. They're like predators. They prey on the weak. If you run, it's like a dog. If you run, they'll chase you. If you just walk away calmly, they'll probably just let you go. But they see you run, like they love the fear because it makes them feel strong, which I don't get. Like feeling strong by somebody having fear. But
jail.
Fresno County. With the Bulldogs, it's never one of them. You fight the whole.
That's a whole different, yeah.
But
I mean, like, if you go to like county jail or something, you know, like just like small stuff.
yeah, Fresno County is regular county jail. But
Okay.
I don't know. It's just the way shit is. Like all jails are kind of the same. Like
Yeah.
I would imagine it's the same around here. Like
There's
if you
like,
get a fight with somebody like 1-on-1 because you're sitting having an argument,
yeah.
you just start fighting.
Mhm.
That's one thing. But like as far like most fights in jail like are something that's like a surprise. Like you know you're gonna have to fight, and it's for a reason. You usually know the reason.
I mean, unless it's like down here, it's more like bigger jails, but like if it's like county jail, it's more like they keep people separate and just locked in.
Yeah, Fresno County Jail is a huge fucking building. Like you know the Twin Towers here in LA, the jail.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, like
Fresno
that.
County Jail's like probably equivalent to one of those,
Mhm.
but they just expanded it. They built the second tower, so there's 2 towers, and then there's the main jail, which is like old, it's like a dungeon.
Yeah.
But the way it is it's huge pods. Like each floor, in the very center is like the guard tower, and then it goes like this. It's all glass,
Mhm.
and they can like there's pods that they're cut like that. Bam,
Yeah.
bam, and in each pod it's 1 story, 2 story,
Mhm.
and there's like 100 people in each pod. And it goes A, B, C, D, E, F,
Mhm.
and then the next floor A, B, C, D, E, F, and each pod has 100 people in it. And they do like the first pod is usually like active gang members or people like me that's not affiliated. It's people that can be general pop. Like
Mhm.
you're not a scared little bitch. You're not a rat. You're not a fucking whatever. Like a dropout. If you drop out of your gang, they have to segregate you because your active gang members, like part of the gang is to exterminate you, to kill you.
Yeah.
So like if you drop out, they can't put you in a regular pod. They have to protect you. All kinds of shit, dude. But what sucks is people like me that's not like affiliated, but like I'm not like an informant or anything like that. I get put in active gang pods, and I'm like 40, dude.
Mhm.
And so I'm in there with all these young fucking crazy fuckers. Just don't give a fuck, and it makes it hard because you know I'm older. I don't want to be caught up. I want to get the fuck out. But yeah, I'm surrounded by all these people who like it's almost like they want to go to prison. It's like it makes it hard to get out because they're always like trying to punk you, trying to stare you down. And,
Yeah.
like to be a man and stand your ground, you might get into altercations, get new charges. It's fucked up. So it happened last time I was locked up. They fucking found me guilty of fucking assault. They didn't have it on video, but
Mm.
the fucking asshole would have told my names.
Mhm.
Fucked up.
I think they're closing. I think about the right prison. They're closing that prison now.
Japan?
No, over downtown on Cesar Chavez. There, I guess that's the Twin Towers. The prison,
I don't know. Are they closing?
there's a lot of fighting and stuff going on in there. Plus, you know, the whole George Floyd thing and everything, trying to get people back out into the streets, rehabilitation instead of like incarceration, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's great because they don't rehabilitate in jail.
Because really, it's more like, you know, because a lot of
You
people.
rehabilitate, you rehabilitate yourself. You take classes.
Yeah.
Like you have the right mindset. Otherwise, like, you know, people who go to prison, they don't get out being better. Do they get out worse?
Some do get out better. It depends on the
You know anybody
individual.
from prison? Did you know them before they went in?
Yeah.
And then when they went out, you know, like, if you see like the difference in them for better or for worse. I mean, I've seen people get out, and they're not more, they're like scared straight away. They're not wanting to get out and do anything wrong,
Mhm.
but they're not better off. Like they're, I don't know, it's weird. Prison doesn't make people better. makes you more aggressive and violent, or it makes you like fucking weird.
You ever heard of Judge Mathis?
Yeah.
He been to jail. He was a drug dealer and stuff. He got out of jail. He was like, he got scared straight, I guess, and it's like now he became a judge. He doesn't do all that stuff anymore. He helps people now. I mean, that's just one example. I mean, it really depends on the individual person. It's not like a group effort sort of thing. Like, you can't really group everybody together. It's more like how that person chooses to live their life, and if they choose to learn from their mistakes or not.
Yeah.
So some people, they just don't get it, and it's just like they keep getting themselves in jail over and over again. Some people, they learn the wrong things in jail and they become worse, but some people, they're like, once they're in jail, I'm never coming back here again. They actually never come back, you know.
I say that every time I leave, and it's kind of been
Well, I mean, you're not back there now, so it's just hard. I mean, the good way is that, you
I
know.
have my surgery, and they don't play with
Are you, wait, you're saying that's your plan, or you
that. No, I'm saying that's probably what's gonna happen.
Oh. Let's say, like, you're planning that?
No,
Okay.
I hate jail people. I hate prison. I never want to be with my ex, and kind of like a situation like that, like probation, and then all kinds of rules I gotta live by. And
Well, I mean, your probation ends, I mean, it's not forever, right?
it's like maybe another year, but
Yeah, so you just gotta make it another year, and then just make sure you don't get back on probation again.
if I ever get put back on probation, I'm fucked because
Okay.
that strike.
Yeah. But that strike can go away, though, right? I mean, like,
Strikes are for life,
oh, wow.
and they double your time immediately.
So what's the probation for then? Because, like, if okay, I was thinking, like, if you're on probation, right, and you do good and your probation's over, that strike will go away because you did good.
Probation goes away.
So they just give you probation, they give you a strike, and the strike's for life, but the probation goes away.
Well,
Hmm.
fucking, like my plea, because either go to a trial
Mm-hmm.
and lose and go to prison for the rest of my life, or I can like plead guilty to one strike
Mm-hmm.
and they'll drop the other four,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah, I see what
to
you're
do
saying.
that, like, you know, they're dropping this and I'm pleading to that, so in return I'm released and I'm given a probation, and the probation is pretty much a guarantee to check up on me instead of keeping me locked up,
Yeah.
that I'm being good, and if I do what I gotta do, then probation stops and goes away and I go on with my life. But down the road, if I ever do something wrong, that strike follows me around. So say I do something wrong and I go to court and I have to get sentenced to a year, the strike doubles my time. So I automatically get 2 full years instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
People talk about 85%, 65, good time and shit, this and that. It doesn't apply to me. I don't get that. I have to do day for day because I got a strike.
So your probation is what, for Los Angeles or for all California?
It's for me. I'm not supposed to leave Fresno County.
So
Violation of probation.
okay, so then why are you here then?
I got a surgery on my eyes.
So they know that you're here though, right? Okay, then. Gotcha.
It's fucked up.
I'm just thinking, like, unless it transfers over to another county.
Nah, the probation is for the individual and it's for where they're living, like wherever county. Like, you're not supposed to leave your county without permission.
So you have permission then?
No.
Uh,
I went to the ER and they flew me on a helicopter.
so what do you do about probation then? Because won't they come, like, looking or
Hey
something?
man, I was calling that bitch every fucking other day.
Mm-hmm.
From the point I was able to use the phone in the hospital until I talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
And it took like 3 months for her to fucking actually speak to me.
Mm.
And she does the, compassionate, you know, you do you, don't worry about this, like, heal and just, And I felt so good. I got off the phone a couple days later, and I
Mm.
had a bunch of missed calls from my mom. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is want this to resolve this as soon as you can because this is not going to go away.
Mm.
That's when I was like kind of pissed that you did that yesterday because if somebody had called the cops or something like that, and I don't even got to do nothing, just my name's put in it, and somebody says that I'm like intimidating or being an aggressor or fucking whatever. Like I don't have to touch nobody, I don't have to touch your property, just me being angry and somebody getting fear. Like I can go fucking, I can get locked up for that shit, dude.
Yeah, Ice is the last person to call the police, so that's on him. That's
But
so.
I'm like saying like I'm just
I mean,
like,
I
no,
get,
like,
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, Ice is not the type of person to go around calling the police. It's like he'll do anything not to.
yeah.
So it's like that's knowing that it's kind of like, that wasn't really my intention.
Well, I'm just letting you know, like,
It was just
I was
more-
tripping out. I thought you were playing it first, and then my relationship really on from talking to somebody. I was like blown away. You know what my first reaction was?
Mm-hmm.
To grab the phone and hang up. And if I did that, that's another strike. Like, did you know that? If somebody calls the cops and you grab the phone and hang up, it's a felony.
I know
Like
that.
in my situation, it's like part of my probation. Like, it's considered a. I don't know. It has a whole name for it. It's a big crime. But I was tripping the fuck out. So when that thought went through my head, I was like, I knew I couldn't do that. My next thought was to grab whatever I needed and take off.
Mm.
Like I was gonna split and not come back
Mm.
because I thought you were gonna go. I'm not here, son. Fuck this guy. I'm out here.
So why didn't you leave?
I did. I'm outside. Because I
No.
realized like you were calling Isaac and or whatever. And he was like,
Yeah, guys just like just want to talk to you and stuff like that. It's not like trying to send people away and stuff. It's more like talking to people. Just make sure everything's okay.
so that's where I'm at in my life. Like a few years back, I kind of came to terms with like, fighting's not right. You gotta not hit people.
Yeah. Can't threaten
Fine,
people
it has
either.
its time and place, but it's not right.
Yeah.
And then after all the shit I went through, the legal system, like, I don't even want to argue with nobody. I never wanted to argue with nobody, but I don't want to. Not necessarily like people have disagreements, but it's like I'd rather just not have it. If I can't not have it, I'd rather just walk away. Because the motherfuckers that are gonna antagonize me and get into a fist fight are gonna be the same motherfuckers that are quick to call the cops. It's not like the old days, like where somebody has an issue with somebody
Mm-hmm.
and they make it known and then they handle it and then
Mhm.
it's done, it's squashed. It's not like that. The motherfucker will call the cops on you, then every time they see you, they're trying to start shit, telling you you're punk, this and that.
Mm.
But you fight them and beat their fucking ass.
Mhm.
It's like, I ain't getting in trouble with that.
Mm. Gotta be careful with the violence and stuff. 'Cause, especially in LA County, worst case scenario, you start messing with people, certain people, and it's like you get shot. And it's just like, it's not funny. It's no fun and games. So it's like you just gotta be careful with all that stuff. That's why I don't go around talking to people in the street. People start trouble with me in the streets. It's like, okay, like whatever. Like, I got a bus to catch, I got a train to catch, I got a life to live. I don't have the time to deal with all that stuff. I'm not gonna sit in the hospital with a bullet in my head or back or anywhere. Just like, they can say whatever they want to. It's just I'm not gonna let them stand in my way of, my success and stuff like that. It's just not worth it. Am I perfect? No. I make mistakes, but nevertheless, that's the initial goal, if you will.
Yeah.
Just trying to,
Motherfuckers will shoot you and not even have a fucking second thought about it. They're like fucking cold-blooded.
Which-
Over nothing, too.
But it's kind of an argument why we should get rid of the guns, isn't it?
What happened?
It's kind of like an argument why we should get rid of the guns. Because like the fact of the matter is, it's like, okay, if someone gets mad at you for like the simplest thing, and the first thing they're gonna do is grab a gun and shoot you, what's the point of having a gun in a situation in the first place?
I could easily argue that as a something or somebody can just like, because I'm real impulsive, or I used to be real impulsive. Like I'm saying, like I ain't gonna sit there and tell the motherfucker what I'm gonna do, and he's gonna fucking do it, you know, just clobber him. But I'm always thought like, because I would get these fucking rages, like fucking. I was always being like, fucking stacked on. It was never fair one-on-one. It was always like multiples. And it's like, you know, you're upset, you're angry, you're hurt, you're unhappy with the situation, being in a fight or jumped like that. And there comes a point where you just fucking, you lose it. At least I would get to the point like I just fucking, like people like say it's like blacking out, but it's like, it's like, I call it redding out. It's hard to explain, like, you have no, like, memory of things that had happened in that period, like, you're out of it. I just remember, like, I would get real hot and turn red. Like, everything, like, my skin, like, I want, like, you know, when you're hot, you have to pull off your shirt. It was like that, but it was, like, my skin, and hot inside the skin. It's weird, dude, and I would just get really, like, fucking just, fucking incredibly fucking pissed. And fucking you have this retard strength and just fucking flip out, and when I come to, I'm like exhausted and shit's all busted apart, tore apart, and I'm just like fucking drained. And it's like I can talk, I can do things, but it's like between this and this point, it's like I have no memory. Like you're gonna fucking flip out one of these days and just grab a gun and kill people, so that's why I don't want to fucking handy or accessible for you. It's like, I don't know, I knew the difference between a street fight and a murder, you know, like, I'm a strange man to my mom, like, I can't get no gun because somebody calls me a name, you know, like,
Right.
if I was lucky, I'd like to grab one if somebody was going to take my life, but, you know, like, it's the only time I would consciously murder them, was if I don't do them, I'm going to be done. And even then, I like to think that I try to give them a chance. You know, instead of just straight up kill them, try to take the weapon. I would not set a change in heart.
As Case wants to learn Kung Fu.
I know jujitsu and boxing.
I mean, at least, like, if the point is not for you is not to kill him.
I've taken guns out of people's hands before.
Right, but that's
People
the
shoot guns at my head and grab it right when it goes off, like boom.
right. But that's the point. I mean, like, so what do people need guns for in the first place? Defend themselves for if they can just learn martial arts and do the same thing without killing anybody.
I like guns because I just like to shoot. I like to hunt.
Well, I mean,
I like to shooting, but other people.
yeah, I mean hunting. Okay, I'm not talking about the hunting
I
part.
don't
I'm
know
just
about other people.
yeah.
Other people, they're
I'm just talking about like,
cowards.
you know, like you have a gun in the house. One day somebody just walks in who you don't like, and just go and try to take them out and everything like that. You know, like you know, like, you ever see on the news like some people are like, if I ever see like a Mexican walk across my, my yard, I'm gonna give him what for, kind of thing like that. Like, you know, or a black person walks across, you know, like that sort of thing.
I don't think that's close enough.
Yeah,
You know, you can't.
that's a hard bit.
But what sucks is like since like the majority of the people are either scared or like you are cool without guns, they're one group. You got a group like me that's for guns, and then you got the criminal group.
Yeah.
So what happens is the criminal group like kind of falters into your group, so then it's a 75% against guns. Because you got a bunch of people that don't like them, and then you got all the criminals, so they don't get a say. They're all X'd out. And then you got the little people like me that are for guns and think they're good, but the majority is either gonna use them for wrong or doesn't want them. So majority rules. Guns are done.
Yeah.
But since it's like a Second Amendment right, it's slow going. They're picking it apart. They're like, you can only have so many rounds in a mag. You can only buy ammo this way now. You can only have a gun that has this capacity to fucking fire this range. And they're like, oh, don't need them no more. All guns are outlawed. There's no animals in the forest anymore.
that's more an environmental issue though. That would be more like, you know, like certain animals are going like extinct or endangered or something like that. So you gotta protect like the animals and stuff. Well, so I guess they'll use that argument there for that bit, and they can use like maybe like a human right violation or something like that. You know, like.
See what sucks though is eventually nobody's gonna have guns except for the authorities and criminals. Criminals are always gonna have guns. That's what people don't get. They're always gonna have guns. They're criminals. They're not doing it the legal way. They don't care what fucking the rest of
Well, I mean, what I'm talking about more is like this getting rid of guns. Like it doesn't exist for anybody. Like it doesn't exist on Earth. But I mean, okay, I'm not talking about like tomorrow, but I'm saying like in the future, like
If a
from
catastrophic event happened,
like if
fucking
yeah, like
world again, like Ice Age or something, maybe, but
like hypothetically speaking, if all the guns like they manage to actually get rid of all the guns and there's no guns left, that's what I'm mostly talking about. Like I'm not talking more like, you know, like,
it'll never happen. I mean, it'll never happen because you could make a gun out of nothing with no tools.
well, yeah, but then it would stand out more, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't be like, you know, like before it would be like, okay, you make a gun, it blends in with the rest of the guns.
Yeah.
It'll be more like you make a gun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Like in Japan, you know,
Understand.
right? Like in Japan, like, you know, it's illegal to carry guns. So it's like if someone did have a gun, it stands out a lot more in Japan than it would in America, where people can actually have a carry and
It's
on.
different in places like that because they're so much smaller.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
Japan's more
you
like
don't really need guns and shit
right.
in a place like that because it's so small. Because if you do have a criminal or a bad element,
Mhm.
like I said, it's so small. Like, there's really not a lot of place for them to run and hide.
Yeah,
Here in America, it's so vast that you got a bad element or a bad person,
Mhm.
like they can evade the authorities and be anywhere, and it's like, you know, you gotta be on your toes because you know they probably got guns.
right. But it's also like a cultural thing. Like I was saying before, it's more like a, cause
Middle East is part of like being a man to have a rifle, like
the Middle East.
yeah, like it's part of like
Oh,
it's part of like a status symbol of who they are.
it depends on the individual people, but it does exist in the Middle East, yes. But it's like it depends on the individual. So some people it's just like, why, you know, and some people's like, well, you know, this is a rare passage, you know, and stuff. So, but like Japan is more like a community. The people more they feel more communal. It's more like a community. It's more like a family. So it's kind of like things happen, but it's like
You're disrespecting and making your family look bad.
right, exactly. And then by doing like if you make other people family look bad, right? If you dishonor someone else, you're also dishonoring your own family, and then it's like, okay, well, now you're screwed. So it's like, why even do it? I mean, things happen, but like, you know, that's why it's so rare. Like you watch the news for like a year, not straight, but like, you know, you watch the news for a year in Japan and not hear one gun story ever. You know, so it's like it's rare. You know, like rare things happen. You know, like some crazy guy goes out, or like maybe like some gang bangers got mixed up in something. You know, or whatever they did something, but it's like it's rare. You know, it's kind of like say China and the Triads. It's like they do stuff, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of weird. It's just most of the stuff that they do is more like fighting. It's not gun violence. It's more like this.
Drug trafficking.
Yeah, it's just more like stuff that, but it's just
Criminal element.
right. Say all that stuff. Just take the gun element out of it, and just that more like intimidation and bats and stuff.
Yeah, the fucking this one of the hit guys of the fucking triad. Was like out on loose or wanted for a while. And they fucking caught him because of his tattoos. Like, you know how the triad they do the full body tattoos?
Yeah.
Well, he had his tattoos on social media, and from that being on social media, they were able to, because they had like pictures of his tattoos like in court, and then so they have it on file, and then they have this guy on social media showing his tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
and they fucking compared him, like, dude, that's so and so, because he's all old now, looks different, and they were able to prove that was him, and he locked him back up for that shit for life. Fucking they're showing his ink. Motherfucker got caught up because of his tattoos. The neighbor was telling me did some kind of crime, and we got away with it. But one of the witnesses, couldn't recognize him, but recognized his tattoos. I was like, yeah, tattoos are bad. That's why. A lot of people that get their first tattoo on their arm or somewhere a little visible, like their wrist or chest, neck, stupid shit, you know. So like, if you have a shirt on, you can see the tattoo.
Right.
And it makes them feel all hard because it's like people assume that, you know, with your shirt on, if they can see tattoos, then you probably got tattoos that they can't see. You know? My parents kind of raised me like, you shouldn't get tattoos. They didn't think that they were appropriate because tattoos are usually bad things.
It really depends on what the tattoo is.
Well, yeah, but like my mom said, like, you know, like trying to get a job application or a job somewhere, and you're like dressed up for an interview, long sleeve, button up, and it's like you have tattoos that you can be seen on your arms and necks. A lot of people don't want that at their workplace because they can see tattoos when you're dressed up. They probably assume that you got tattoos everywhere.
Right.
And most people, because I don't know, my parents are like, when I was younger, like they were like fucked up. My dad was like a drug dealer. Fucking had his tow truck business. He was a Hells Angel biker and shit. And he sleeved down like from his neck all the way down his whole body. He has nothing. You can barely see any of his skin. It's completely tattooed. And that's why my mom didn't really like him because my dad, she's like, she knows what time it is with those tattoos being and shit. And it's like, a lot of people don't like that. It's like, she saw how people would look at him. And so, long story short, like I went getting tattoos for a long time. And when I did, I got them where you can't see them at all. Like to the point when I go to jail and they're asking if I have tattoos, I tell them no. Stupid cops. It's like you're gonna strip me naked and ask me a question that you can just answer yourself, you know, like. But since I always say no, and everything, so that part of the form's done, then you go to the next room and spread your butt cheeks and cough and all that shit, and they dress you out. That's when they see my tattoos. But it's like too late because I already told the first person no, so like that part of the form's done. Funny,
Yeah.
they got pictures of them.
Got
That's
pictures
for
of.
like future crimes and shit or past crimes. They put in a database to run against other.
Wait, the naked bit or just you in general?
What's that?
So the naked bit?
No, the pictures of tattoos.
Oh, the tattoos. Oh, gosh, yeah. That's kind of weird.
Pictures of you, like video over show your
Yeah, like that. Like, okay.
They're just trying to make sure you don't have drugs or weapons in you.
Okay. That's
Yeah, and then on top of all that, I'm in the FBI database for violent offenders with my DNA, and like my DNA gets ran against all kinds of unsolved crimes that they have DNA on file. Where they find DNA at the crime scene but don't have like any real leads. They put the DNA in their database to run against other DNA of possible violent people that could have created the crime. So like I'm always being ran against shit I didn't do. That's why I can't commit a crime because I'm smart. I know that you leave trace evidence and I'm not gonna leave my DNA with my DNA on file. You know, it's kind of stupid. I mean, I think it's cool that they do that because once all those like rape would probably go rampant,
But now that they have these databases, if you find a person or you have a fucked up crime,
Mm-hmm.
they take your DNA in case you commit other crimes. Like they've solved so many crimes that way, unsolved full case files,
Mm-hmm.
just running like they finally catch some guy that's a crazy violent person, get his DNA, and it turns out he's been, running amok everywhere.
Yeah.
He's a motherfucker.
Mm.
They're getting so much better with it too. The new ID is like that too, because when you take your photo, it scans you in like so many different ways.